is being brought to you by the San Francisco Otter Choir. Free concerts every Wednesday, except for mating season. Pick the wrong answer associated with our sponsor to win a fabulous prize and big cash. All right, let's move. Get ready, talk fashion. Right off the bat, bootyful. Let's analyze one of Kim Kardashian's body parts. About what percentage of Kim Kardashian's brain is just made up of water? 10%? Kim Kardashian's brain, and everybody else's brain for that matter, is made up of about 80% water. But that other 20% is just so round and firm, I can't stop thinking about it. Oh, Mama, gonna tell you what I'm gonna do! Say hello to is acting is alright. So, you know how they called Matthew McConaughey's resurgence as an actor his reconnaissance? Well, if Matthew McConaughey is currently experiencing a reconnaissance, then what period of his life just ended? The McConaughey darkness. The Renaissance first occurred in Italy in the late 14th century, immediately following the Middle Ages. So the McConaissance would follow the McCona Middle Ages. Which is funny because most Renaissance sculptures also need to put on a damn shirt. Why not try? Brought to you by the letter U, Nebrow. And if you get this one right, I'll rustle up some extra moolah for you. Arrange the Sesame Street characters in order of fewest to most eyebrows. Bert, Ernie, the Count. Ernie, Bert, the Count, Bert. Ernie has no eyebrows at all, Bert has one long single eyebrow, and the Count has two eyebrows! You just picked up an extra $1,000 for that. And yet, none of them have ever blinked. Here's a good one. Duck, duck, swan. Say the cast of Duck Dynasty attends a performance of Swan Lake and thinks there are real waterfowl on stage. In their confusion, which character would they most likely shoot? Siegfried, Benno, Monroe? Odette is a princess who has been turned into a swan, so the Duck Dynasty crew would probably fill her full of lead. Especially if they find out she once fooled around with a lady swan in college. Here we have the man in the backwards yellow hat, and it's a dis or dat. I'm going to read off 7 things, and for each one you tell me if it's an alleged antic by pop star Justin Bieber, or an antic by the classic children's book character Curious George. If it's Justin Bieber, press X or left. If it's Curious George, press B or right. Cool, let's do it. Feed him up. Broke his leg. Arrested. At the house. Caught. Centrifugaled. Went to a... You were a couple of bananas short of a punch. I think we can all agree that it's time for that little bastard to get deported. Then it's your turn, Bieber. That's the end of round 1. And you've got a pretty nice score. It's a shame there's nobody here to share it with. Remember, in round 2, every question is worth double. And remember, keep an eye out for the wrong answer of the game. It's still out there. Let's keep going. How about Dumber and Dumber 2. So there's Dumb and Dumber, and then there was Dumb and Dumberer, and then Dumb and Dumber 2. Makes perfect sense. Now, going back a few decades, there was The Odd Couple and The Odd Couple 2. So, if another remake of The Odd Couple used the superlative adjective, it would be called The Blank Couple. Odd, Otter, Oddest, or Otterist. Let me show you something. Odd is the adjective, Otter is the comparative adjective, and Oddest is the superlative adjective. But of course, everyone who made the original Odd Couple movies is dead, which means it's the perfect time for Rob Schneider to swoop in and revitalize the franchise. No, but speaking of Otter, get it? Here is one. The greatest hits of the San Francisco Otter Choir. Hailed as one of the top 3 Otter choirs in the world, the San Francisco Otter Choir will astound you with their covers of Little Red Corvette and the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Today's wrong answer of the game is worth a whopping $8,000. Enjoy. Question 7. Yeah, missing your bang. Try this on for size. Let it go, let it go, let it go. At which temperature would Olaf from the movie Frozen melt and die? 30 degrees Kelvin, 30 degrees Fahrenheit. 30 degrees is below freezing in Fahrenheit and insanely below freezing in Kelvin and Rankine. But it's pretty balmy in Celsius, about the equivalent of 86 degrees Fahrenheit. And I know, blah, 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 he can magically be saved, but I'm talking about what would happen in the real world to a talking snowman. May I introduce Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus? Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus? First spotted in 1879. Kangaroo, Peanuts, Albert Einstein, or Uranus? Albert Einstein was first spotted in 1879, the year he was born. Probably by a midwife or something, over a century after Uranus was discovered and even longer after kangaroos and peanuts. I've heard baby Einstein cried a lot because he left behind some important equations on the uterine wall. Let's try wine or lose. If the Washington Redskins rebranded themselves with a non-offensive red-skinned mascot, what could they be called? The Washington Chardonnays, the Washington Malbecs, the Washington Pinot Blancs. Chardonnays, Pinot Blancs, and Rieslings are all white-skinned grapes, but the Malbec grape is red. Although to a connoisseur like myself, Malbec is very offensive. Oh yes, I do say that was quite a bird. Open wide for I want to lick and roll all night. If Kiss singer Gene Simmons' tongue grew to the average length of an adult giraffe's, how deep into a woman's mouth could he stick it when he kissed her? About 5 inches deep, about 10. An adult giraffe's tongue is on average about 18 to 20 inches long. So that's about how deep into a woman's mouth a giraffe-tongued Gene Simmons could stick it. And if Gene Simmons' neck grew to the length of an adult giraffe's, he may not even need women anymore. Welcome to the attack. When you see 2 clues that match, press A or down. 2,000 big ones if you're right, but you lose 2,000 if you're wrong. And of course, remember the clue. It's gotta be a match. is currently painting my old college roommate's guest cottage. Shh, that doesn't